Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've carved out time today to do a makeup declutter and organization. This is something that's been asking for my attention every time I look at this desk in the corner of my bedroom. Many of my makeup items have been sitting inside this one drawer, unused or rarely used or forgotten about. On the one hand, the amount is pretty satisfactory considering it's probably the least amount of makeup I've owned since I started my YouTube channel. I have been less experimental with trying new things since knowing what my trusted and true products are, and also being on a tighter budget plays a factor. On the other hand, whenever I open this drawer to grab something, I'm reminded that I don't know exactly what's in here, which is a problem because maybe I already own something I'm looking to buy, or maybe I'm holding on to expired products that are just taking up space. My physical space very much affects my mental space, so today I'd like to create room and take inventory of my things. If there's an area of your life, even if it's not makeup related, that's been needing your attention, I hope this video inspires you to get started on figuring out exactly what you have, making more space, and removing distractions so you're not held back or bogged down. So here's the step-by-step guide on how I'll be approaching this process today. First things first, I'm going to gather all of my makeup items in one place. I'll be collecting them from inside this drawer, my mini away suitcase, and the little pouch that goes with me whenever I carry a bag. Second, I'll be sorting my products into categories. This will give me a handle on the different items I own for each type of product. So the 9 categories are base or foundation, concealers, lip and cheek products, these are my multi-purpose ones, enhancers, such as bronzers or highlighter, brows, mascaras, eyeshadows and eyeliners, lip products, and beauty tools. Third, I'm going to take a look at each item one by one and think about the following. Is it something I actually use? Is it something I've forgotten about that I'd like to start using? Is it something I've forgotten about that I'd like to toss? And is it expired? Then I'll be placing each into one of 2 piles. Okay, so let's start with the first category. I've got 2 open ones at the moment. These are both the old formula, and I haven't tried the new formula or the shades yet. This is my favorite base, and I've lost track of how many I've gone through since I first tried them like 3 years ago. And I stopped tracking since I know that this is pretty much a staple for me. The print on the packaging here started coming off on this one, so I've covered it with tape, and that's why it looks like this. I don't love this product. The finish is a bit too drying and kind of powdery on my skin. I also think I should have gotten 1 shade darker. So I've been mixing it in with my sunscreen and a bit of Glossier skin tint to create my own tinted moisturizer. Some other things to note are, when I'm using this product by itself, I do have to work in small sections and work quickly because it does set and dry on my face pretty fast. And you have to be careful when dispensing it because the product just kind of pours out and it's easy to waste, and this stuff was not cheap. This is a fantastic product. It's moisturizing, it provides medium coverage, which I was surprised about for a CC cream, and it's cleanly formulated. It's my second favorite base, only because I prefer the lighter coverage that skin tint provides, but on the days when I want the extra coverage, this one's my go-to. And I'm very thankful to Beauty Heroes for introducing me to this brand. I have 2 deluxe size samples of these that I bought from their website. I tolerate this for days when I want to wear sunscreen and foundation with minimal effort, meaning those days when I'm too lazy to layer on my sunscreen and base. This one feels like a medium coverage foundation, and I also think this shade is too dark for me. It almost looks a little bit orange for my skin tone, but the shade lighter than this was actually too light for me. So yeah, I'll use these up, but I probably won't be purchasing a full size. Now moving on to this one right here is my go-to concealer. I remember when I bought my first pot a few years ago, and I wanted to love it back then, but I couldn't. It left me flaky and shiny, which is not a flattering look. It must have been my skin back then or the products I was wearing underneath, because I love this product now. And it's just enough coverage to still look like my skin. And I like that I could wear this as a foundation too if I wanted. I completely forgot I had this product. I don't remember exactly, but when I first reviewed this, I think it looked okay for my under eye area, but it was too light for the rest of my face. I mean, there must have been a reason that I didn't reach for this. I used it recently after rediscovering it, and I found the formula to be nice, but yeah, the color is too light for my skin tone right now. And while it's far from its expiration date, I've noticed that the smell has gone off. And so yeah, I'll be tossing this. I did enjoy this for my under eye area for its brightening effect, but I don't like how it moves around and creases. With this, I found that I had to blend it throughout the day using my fingers, which I found kind of annoying. And also this shade is way too light for my skin tone. And I'm pretty sure this is expired because I know for a fact that I've had it since I was in Korea. So yes, definitely letting this one go. Right now we're moving on to lips and cheeks. I love this shade for my cheeks, but not for my lips. And that's mostly just because of the formula. It tends to crease and settle in a way that makes my lips look kind of like prunes. It's very flattering on my skin tone, like on my cheeks. And this shade reminds me of summer every time I wear it. So I'd say this is my everyday cheek color when I do wear one. But unfortunately, this shade has been discontinued. Really pretty shade that can be built up or sheared out. And unlike Curious, the formula of this on the lips is nice and moisturizing. So I like to wear it kind of sheer on my cheeks and then a little bit bolder on my lips. And I highly recommend this, and this is a product that I use regularly. This product was a favorite of mine for a long time. It's designed to be used on the eyes, lips, and cheeks. It's a beautiful shade and it's so easy to wear. And I'd love to purchase this again in the future, maybe when I'm done with my RMS cheek products. But I am going to be tossing this because, again, it's way past its expiration date and it smells funny. Moving on to enhancers. This is my one and only highlighter. I've experimented with Glossier's Halo Scope a couple years ago to see how they compare to each other, but I prefer this one. And I love this product, and I am not tempted to try anything new, so keeping this. This is what I reach for on days I wear bronzer, which isn't every single day. It creates a nice natural contour and it helps me fake a tan on my face, which is great because I keep my face out of the sun. And I also really like this as an everyday eyeshadow because it's just like a hint of color. This is another one that I forgot I had. I think it's because I've just been preferring cream products, but I do like how Laguna looks when I wear it, so I will be holding on to this. Plus, since it's a pressed powder product, I don't feel as much of a rush to use it up like I would with a cream product, you know? Because I don't powder my face every single day, this one is the perfect size for me. I think this is the travel size that you could only get at Sephora. Yeah, and it's just much easier to travel with. It's my long-standing favorite powder. I mostly use it when I'm on camera and using lights. So yeah, I'll be holding on to this. So moving on to brows, the shade of this brow wax pulls to like reddish brown on my eyebrows, and it's not a flattering look for me, so I will be tossing this one. Here's my favorite brow gel. I've been using it for about 3 years now, and this just reminded me that I need to order a new one. These days I've been using this alone to shape and color in my brows rather than filling them in with the pencil. So yeah, this one's an easy repurchase for me. I got this as a Sephora 100-point perk, and I was quite excited about it. But one, I really need one that's tinted because I have gaps in my brows. And two, I don't like the scent of this. It smells very strongly like alcohol to me. And I'm gonna let this go just because I love my boy brow. Here's my well-loved one and only eyebrow pencil. I've been through a few of these and I'm pretty loyal to this one product when it comes to my brows. I think I've been using this for 4 to 5 years now. While I haven't been reaching for it lately, you know, like I mentioned, I've been just using Boy Brow on its own. This is a staple for me, probably forever. All right, moving on to mascara. I've talked about this Japanese mascara for many years, probably I think from the very, very beginning of me starting my YouTube channel. And yeah, it's pretty much the only mascara that works for my short, straight lashes. The only bummer is that it's pretty hard to find. Amazon was selling it a couple years ago, but I haven't been able to locate it there. And I've also looked for it in different parts of Asia, and I was only able to score one. This is the waterproof version of the aforementioned mascara, and the closest thing I could find to the original. I think I bought this in Hong Kong last year, And now that I'm remembering this, I should toss it because I think you're only supposed to use mascara for 3 months and I am very susceptible to eye infections. I wanted to love this mascara, especially after hearing about how natural it looks on the lashes and the fact that it removes easily with just warm water. But yeah, unfortunately, it makes my lashes really straight even after spending a lot of time curling them. It also smudges on my under eye area, so yeah, I'm gonna be letting this go as well. Okay, moving on to eyeshadows and liner. I don't wear eyeshadow often unless it's like, you know, a very light swipe of the RMS Beauty's Burriti bronzer. But when I do, every color I could possibly want is right here in this palette. I love the large majority of the shades and the quality of the color payoff, so this one's staying with me. This is one I never reach for, and it's a shame because I think it's a pretty color. And I don't know, maybe it's because it's too much for me to wear every day, but then when I really want to wear eyeshadow, I think I reach for my Anastasia palette first. So I think I'll hold on to this for a little bit longer, but if it still goes unused, I'll be letting it go. I took this from my cousin's stash, and yeah, I like it as a simple, casual eyeshadow. It's like a slightly more sparkly version of like the RMS Living Luminizer highlighter. Another product I forgot about that I like. This one adds a subtle pop to the eyes when I do a wing liner or if I wear it on my lower lash line. So yeah, this is nice, and I think the shelf life is really long, so I'm going to be holding on to this. When I crave a cat eye, this one is my jam. I love the brush tip, the pigmentation, and the ease of use. My friend gifted one of these to me years ago, and I haven't gone back to any other eyeliner since. Okay, moving on to lips. I'm going to be grouping these two together because I'm tossing both for the same reason. One, like many other people, I found this packaging to be cheap and flimsy. And I swear I don't even remember dropping these, and either the cap or the lipstick would break. Plus the new formula of the Generation Gs is more moisturizing, and the packaging is much sturdier. Zip is my favorite Generation G color, by the way. So here are the 2 Generation G lipsticks I own in the new formula. These feel heavier and more luxurious than the ones in the old packaging, and the bullet is larger too. You know, I didn't like how dry and pruny my lips looked from Cake in the old formula, but I love the new formula of Cake. It's very subtle, very flattering for my skin tone, and yeah, I still love Zip, and even more so now. And these two always live in my pouch. I got both of these as a Sephora birthday gift, and as much as I like most Bite Beauty products, I think these 2 colors kind of wash me out. I'm going to be tossing Chai, but I think I'll give this one more try before I make my decision. I've been lucky enough to score a lot of Nars goodies from my cousin, so here are 3. They're all vibrant reds, and I can't really tell the difference between these, but I like the formula, so I'm keeping them. And the Nars Velvet Matte Lip Pencils are one of the best formulas out there for lip pencils, I think. My all-time favorite shade was Cruella, but I think Dragon Girl is kind of similar. I mean, it's been years since I've had Cruella in my collection, so I'm not 100% sure. I picked this up because I know it's Christine's favorite red, and I totally understand why. I love the application, the color, and as long as my lips aren't flaky before application, it looks really nice on. It's very affordable too, compared to most of the lip products in my collection. Modern Minerals makes great glosses. This one's in collaboration with Beauty Heroes brand ambassador Mercedes, and it's really beautiful and easy to wear. I was pretty bummed to find out that I completely forgot I owned this product. This is a great balm. It's cleanly formulated, it smells great, it smells like peppermint, and it enhances my natural lip color slightly, but it keeps my lips feeling nice without being too sticky. And yeah, this is one that I need to put close by where I can see it, so I will use it. When I discovered this No Fuss Lip Balm through Beauty Heroes a couple of years ago, I haven't wanted any other balms or chapstick on my lips. I am very serious about this stuff. Dior lip glow products are some of my favorite lip products. I mean, it doesn't fail me. And now I won't be putting this one on before bed or as an everyday lip product. You know, I've got my Osmia's Lip Doctor for that. But yeah, when I want a slight tint of color and moisture, this one is a very easy one to reach for in my pouch. All right, moving on to the last section, which is tools. While these were my foundation base tool of choice, I haven't used it in over a year now, I think. I've been applying all of my face products by hand, and I'm actually going to wash this one and store it away. This came with my setting powder, and I keep telling myself that I'll bring it with me when I travel, and then I forget. So I'm going to be putting this into my travel makeup bag, so I'll know to use it. While I don't wear mascara often, I always curl my lashes on the days I wear makeup. This one's been my favorite lash curler for several years now, and yeah, I like how it fits the shape of my eye. Bought this in Korea. It's from a store called Artbox, and yeah, it gets the job done. Holding on to this for when I do draw in my brows. I haven't used this in a couple years now. I think it's because when I was getting my brows microbladed in Korea, I would trim my brows regularly, but now that I don't get them done anymore, I want the long brow hairs to kind of cover up the holes and gaps I have. A great sharpener for both thin and thick eye pencils or lip pencils, and I've had this one for a while and it still works really well. I won't be going through these individually, and most of these have been washed and tucked away in a drawstring bag. Since most of my everyday makeup products are cream formulas, I really don't need brushes. However, I do like the brushes that I own, and I can always use them in the future. So yeah, I keep them in this cotton drawstring bag. The one brush I use the most often is the Sigma Flat Top Kabuki, the F80, to set my face when I use my Laura Mercier setting powder. So that's it. That's all the makeup I own that I've decided either to keep or toss. And I feel so much better knowing exactly what I have and what it is I really enjoy about the things I own. I hope this motivates you to sort through your own collections and hold on to what adds value to you. Remember, this whole decluttering thing isn't about having a certain number, but it's really about having the things that matter to you and that serve a purpose and you're happy to have around. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.